I was always interested in movies when I was a kid. To me, this is a dream job. And I mean, I get to help, you know, young filmmakers and get to work in some sense on big films. And I mean Lumet and De Palma and Michael Moore. I mean, this was particularly fun for us. And I get to be involved in all of these films to a certain extent. But on smaller films, you actually have contact with the filmmakers. It's just fun. These are some of our mixing studios. In this studio, we're mixing Love God, which is a very low budget, I'd have to say, in many ways, avant-garde, good machine film, which is having its world premiere at Sundance in about 4 weeks. We can go in and... hi, guys. This is Frank, the director. Andy, sound editor. Kelly, one of the producers from Good Machine, and Robert Fernandez, our mixer. Can we play him something?
What is the story with Love God? Maybe it was a dare, you know, that I needed to act out, you know. Kelly.
Actually, I sent out about 10 scripts, and they all came back with little notes saying, "Oh, we enjoyed reading your script. It was a lot of fun. You know, this film will never get made," essentially. And then Ted's came back saying the exact same thing. "This film will never get made. Thank you. We really enjoyed the script, but we're going to try to make it."
It's a pretty transgressive film. There's these monsters that have sex in it, giant worms coming out of monsters' butts, someone who gets scrubbed to death.
What got me excited about Love God first and foremost was Frank. I felt that Love God was, you know, incredibly current. I knew that Frank, you know, was very aware of what was happening in different elements of, you know, pop culture.
Originally, when we weren't able to raise the financing for it, we thought, oh, why don't we just shoot it with, when we get a pair of high-8 cameras, and just go completely desperate about it and shoot it on video for like $50,000. And action. By the time we finished the financing for the film, we had enough money to shoot it on film. By then, we were so enamored with the whole process of shooting on video, what we could do with it, how we could push the technology, how we could use different video stocks.
And open the lips. Open lips.
That we shot the film on video and digital video, so we could use a lot of special effects.
Hey, cut! Cut! Woo!
I'm fucked. It looks great. It looks really different. It looks indescribable. It doesn't look like film, doesn't look like video.
Hey, cut! Cut! Get her out. Get her out.
I really love these small films. I love working with first-time directors. I find it a really enlightening experience for me every time.
I like watching directors. When you meet directors, when you have your first creative meeting with them, your skin is fine. You know, and then they get into pre-production, the first blotches start showing up, you know. By the time they're in the editing room, there's like a little clump of hair here, there's a little clump of hair. Somebody looks like somebody hit him in the face with raspberries, you know.
Nothing, you don't hear a beating sound! The street's quiet.
What the fuck is it? It's somebody's watch.
Filmmaking is one of the most tedious things you can imagine. I don't think people realize that. Just the idea of taking a camera and going, okay, let's have a person stand there and say, hey, how are you? It takes about 3 days to plan that and to set it up, to get the lights, and to do it.
We need that stand to come up all the way, as high as it can, okay?
Plays. I think that she'll probably play in the door frame. She might actually appear like hair.
The Sticky Fingers of Time is a little sci-fi story, kind of a riddle about two women entangled in nonlinear time.
Thank you. Okay, well, this is a white show rehearsal.
You get on set and there's so much emphasis on making the production work. You know, you don't have time to do 30 takes with your actors. You don't have time to go in another room for 2 hours and get them to the right place. You've really got to be ready so that the first take is what you rehearsed, and then the second take is just like the brilliant improvisation in the moment.
Nice and quiet, please. We're going to rehearse this from the top. And
Rehearsal action.
That ticket you swiped was expensive. You're worth it.
There was a specific day where we were shooting in Drew's apartment, and we had 2 scenes to do. They were both, I think, about 2.5 pages long. So we had this one sort of scene that we covered really intricately, and we had this other scene that was designed to be of the same complexity, but we had an hour to shoot it.
You know, maybe we should just kill those lines, because I don't know.
And of course it was 3 in the morning when we came down to that final hour. And so we just shot it in 6 takes, a 2-shot, and, you know, a couple of singles handheld, which is not how we, you know, plan to do the scene. We're still not seeing anything of your face, so...
we're going to get it from there also. Okay.
Yeah, but if we're going to go for it here, we should go for it here. Otherwise, we shouldn't shoot this angle.
Okay, well then okay.
And I know you want to play the bureau, right?
Yeah, I like the bureau.
It was really terrifying because people have put a lot of work into this film, and you don't want to let them down. You want them to be happy that they believed in you, and you know, that can wake you up in the middle of the night and and get you, that there's so much riding on your, quote, vision.
So, Nicole, before you sit up and say you're worth it, I want you to scoot back to that position.
You have to have like an iron will. It's like you've got to really be like that. I will not be deterred. I'm getting these elephants across the Alps, and we're going to kick Rome's ass.
Part of the trick of filmmaking is always to be going out there and willing to make mistakes.
It gets so overwhelming sometimes because there's so many questions that have to be answered, and you don't have a lot of time.
I had to say, okay, you know, there's a lot of things in this world that are not within my control, but I love doing this.
Can somebody help me, please? Huh?
Just a little bit of soul.